All right, Juan. This is a topic we've been wanting to cover for a while, and it's been a couple of weeks that I've been like throwing these questions about the Steelers and your head coach. And the question is it time to move on from Mike Tomlin?
You know what? I'm going to be bold as fuck and finally say it. It's time, Rich. It is fucking time. We can't sit here and keep doing this whole blame game. Oh, it's Canada. Oh, it's the quarterback. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. Bro, you got the fucking defense to do it. Obviously, it's been proven these last seasons. All these seasons. It's been proven that our defense is the reason why we're still relevant.
Let me adjust my chair, Juan.
All right.
Because this is a debate right now.
All right. Now, everybody can tell you, I'm fucking so huge on Tomlin. I fucking love Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, for sure.
He's one of the dopest coaches out there, the best coach. He's one of my favorites, top 5. But I think it's time for a change of scenery. Now, don't get me wrong. Does Mike Tomlin get these guys to play for him? Absolutely. All these guys, I don't think I've ever heard a negative comment about Mike Tomlin. Mm-hmm. Unless it's my dad. Because I don't know why he can't fucking stand him. Anyways. It's time, Rich. It's time for the Pittsburgh Steelers to move on from Mike Tomlin, I believe. And, as much as I don't want it to happen, it needs to happen. Because it needs to be a shakeup in this whole organization. I get it. We've only had 3 head coaches in fucking a million years. Okay? But what have you done for me lately? You want to go ahead and bring up the fact that, Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. Fucking cool. Cool.
Right on.
Did we get a championship?
Okay.
Did we get a Super Bowl? Did we get a ring? Absolutely not. The last time we even sniffed the ring,
you did that pretty good, man.
I know, because that was the closest. That was the last time I got. Bro, it was 2010, and that was against the Green Bay Packers.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers' first Super Bowl ring was the last time the Steelers. His only.
Okay.
His only Super Bowl ring was
hard
against
it is to win a Super Bowl, right?
Hey, didn't your homeboy John do it back to back?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
You know, it's pretty hard to win a Super Bowl, Juan, and I know you've had one.
My homeboy Terry, who I don't even know, my homeboy Terry won back to back twice.
Okay.
And only took a year off.
yeah, that's cool.
But going back to the real shit, dude, is I don't know, Rich. It's time for a change, my dude. And the thing that sucks is you're sitting here thinking about it, okay, who can you replace him with? Really thinking about it. Letting a coach go is easy.
Well, before we go that far, I need to tell you where you're messing up at, Juan, because you have a head coach as a Hall of Fame head coach.
Absolutely.
The talent isn't there, Juan. I think you're overlooking what you guys have on the field. You just really have T.J. Watt, maybe Pickens, and I'm sorry to say, but that's Pro Bowlers.
What about Mika?
Mika's hurt, so when he comes back, Mika.
What about Highsmith?
He's not a Pro Bowler yet.
Okay.
Now, I just think you guys...
Cam.
He's not a Pro Bowler right now.
Okay. So what are you telling me about the last? Okay, here's the thing, Rich. You're basing off of right now.
Correct, because you're reacting right now.
Yeah.
You were thinking this about Tomlin last year.
Was I? This is real shit.
Yeah.
Did I ever? When did I start telling you this shit? Was it this year or was it last year? I might have hinted it last year.
No. You hinted it to me couple weeks ago, and it wasn't even straightforward, and I had to make you say it because you've been thinking about it, and I'm not saying you're wrong.
It might have been something in my conscience then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm saying, okay, Tomlin doesn't really have the team to put the effort out there, and yet your guys' damn record is above 500, dog. So what I'm saying is have the right pieces, and y'all will be there again. Now, I don't know if your mindset is you guys have to win a Super Bowl every year. I get it. That's the motive, and that's what's going to make y'all feel good. But we got to know that that's not going to happen every damn year.
Absolutely.
And that's not going to maybe happen every 5 years. Maybe every 10 years, that's about average, unless you're a great-ass dynasty team.
Absolutely.
It's been about 10 years.
Since we sniffed one.
Yeah. So this
it's been 12.
No, you guys had some chances over the last 10 years. I mean, you guys had that crazy ass record where you guys thought y'all were going to go all the way.
You know what? Fuck that record because you called that loss.
I guess
you fucking called that loss, and that shit hurt my fucking feelings when it happened. I remember that because I the only fucking thought process I had was like, Rich is finna call me. He's finna fucking call me right now. And as soon as I thought that shit, fucking Rich, I fucking told you. But no, go ahead, explain it to me.
And again, it's. I can see why you're saying that, and I really do believe the part where you're saying they need a new voice. Now that's, I think the feeling you're having is like no one's listening, and if no one's listening, there has to be somebody with structure and discipline to get these guys to listen, to buy in.
Yep.
Is that how you're?
In a sense, yes and no, because everybody can tell you that, especially players alike. They always say Tomlin is the players' coach. You know, he hella is. You know, he's about his players. And I think that's what buys the respect out of Mike Tomlin. But at some point, there's got to be some kind of structure, like how you're saying. Somebody needs to come in that locker room and be like, shut up, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're going to perfect this. And I feel like Tomlin's not really doing that. Because if he was...
That's crazy to me.
No, because if he was... Up until, let's just say a couple years ago, Rich, when did you see players act out the way these players on the Steelers are acting out now?
Well, I mean, you've seen it with Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell.
I'm still putting that in the Tomlin era. Prior to that, I mean, like, Bill Cowher was there. They were structured. Nobody fucking acted out the way. When Mike Tomlin first took over that team, because it was basically still that Bill Cowher team, up until a certain point, he still had the structure. You never heard players act out. You never heard guys backlash or say this or say that, or never had an internal kind of like, so what I'm looking for, like an internal
conflict.
There you go, internal conflict. You never hear this kind of stuff. So like now that you're seeing it, where like you got players like, you know, basically hinting like, coach is you know, it's like how everybody was like, it's Canada. You know, like they didn't flat out say it, but they were kind of like hinting it. And like going back to how you said on that part with Matt Canada, like the Steelers never do that. They've never done that. It was the first time they ever did it. And how you said they were like, you know, how did you word it? I'm trying to remember how you worded it about Tomlin. Like he felt that he failed the team.
Definitely.
Because that's his guy. Yeah. He hired him. So, I mean, going back to it, like, I think everything's starting to implode, and like I almost kind of feel like a blow up might happen.
Yeah, I hear how you're feeling, and that's cool. But do you want the blow up to happen? Like that's what I'm wondering. Like, are fans on that? Okay, I hear what you're saying. Like you kind of see it going that way. Now, are the fans buying into that way? Now that's how I'm wondering about Steeler fans. Is it they're like, okay, I could kind of see this happening, and it's probably going to happen, which I don't know, but. Are you guys buying into the owner's decision?
It's a hella hard buy-in, dude. It's because, again, in a way, it's kind of like being spoiled. We never had situations or anything that happened like this. Now that it's happening to us, we don't. I don't know how to fucking process it. Yeah. I don't know how to look at it. I don't know how to really feel about it. Like right now, it's easy for me to be like, yeah, you know, let Tomlin go. But they're like, bro, they let Tomlin go. Like I don't know how to process it. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right. But am I gonna go away from it? Of course I'm gonna get all butthurt and sad about it. But hey, at this point, like, bro, what if that's the fix?
Oh man,
it's hella hard to say.
That's where you're at right now.
It's crazy because I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it. Like a part of me is like, nah, Tomlin can fix it. Tomlin's gonna fix it. Everything's gonna be okay. But then a part of me is like, maybe it is time.
Hell no. Y'all better not. Y'all gonna regret that shit. If
no,
you guys let go of Tomlin,
tell me why.
Why? Bro, because he's a top 3 head coach, and he's my favorite coach, but regardless if he's my favorite or not, he's a top 3 coach. The way he keeps the team together. Now, these players are acting out towards Canada and all that, and it happened, and now they're still losing, so they don't know how to react. They don't know who to blame because they already blame one person, they got to blame another. They didn't quite say Tomlin. They didn't say it, but they're hinting, you're saying?
In a sense.
Okay. Now, you want to hint all that. Okay, cool, because maybe what they know is they're 1 foot out the door. Najee Harris, he's out. He's trying to blow shit up. Hell nah. You know, Tomlin is keeping that shit tight, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the Steelers down, bro. And if he lets Najee Harris knows he's out the door. He wants to expose everything that's going on. That's what he's been doing.
Yep.
Like, really, Doug? I bet you his teammates are all over it. Like, bro, get out of here. Are you acting like that towards the media? You know how we get down in this locker room? You know what I'm saying?
Think about how, like, the whole show with Deontay.
With Deontay, he's out too.
Yeah,
he ain't going to be there next year. Like, come on. You guys get rid of Najee, get rid of Don.
Contract ties, he'll be here. He'll be there
I'm just saying, like, you got guys to replace. You got Pickens to replace Johnson. You got Warren to replace Harris.
Okay, but you have guys, like, it's more than just that.
It is more than just that. And what I'm saying is, when Cowher, and who's the head coach before that?
Chuck Noll.
Okay, so when they left on a retiring thing, right?
In a sense.
Like, they're headed out.
Yeah.
Tomlin ain't even close to retiring. If y'all let him go, he got another 10 years or maybe 15, 20 with another team.
Absolutely, he does.
So y'all can't do that.
But then that goes back to the fact that, like, bro, sometimes you just need a new scene. Something different needs to be.
And other franchises, I don't think the Steelers are that way, is what I'm saying. You can't go from that. You know, that's like the Packers fans saying, trade a player, bro. We need a receiver trade for him. The owner's like, we don't get down like, we'll draft one, bro. Relax.
They don't even draft the receivers.
They drafted 4, bro. They're starting to catch the ball. I'm saying is they got some the way they run business in Pittsburgh, and you know this one, and I think it's more of you're just like you want to see change now. And I get it.
It's a spoiled thing.
It's a spoiled thing, Juan. I try to tell you that.
At the same time, though, Rich, like, man, dude, like, hey. I mean, I understand the part where you're saying that, like, okay, you know, that's a big ass mistake, letting Tomlin go. But I mean, right now, where are we sitting at?
You're in the playoffs right now.
Okay, but what do we talk about? What's the objective of the season?
Yeah, that goes with the spoiled thing. Like you're now, I understand that's the goal, but you're not going to get that every year. You got to know that.
At least fucking fight for it.
Yeah, you can fight for it.
I mean,
you guys are making the wild card. You're in the dance.
Okay, first round exits.
I'm saying you're still there. All with those, you got to know this one. Teams like that, you're missing like maybe 1 or 2 things to win a Super Bowl.
Are we, Rich? Are we? We barely can put up over. Shit, we only did 1 out of like how many games was it? Like 59, and then we're right back to the same Steelers. We didn't get a touch on it on the recap.
You're 1 or 2 pieces away from winning the Super Bowl. You want to know them?
Let me guess. You're gonna go ahead and say A is gonna be a quarterback.
And who have I been saying?
You say Kirk Cousins.
Okay. And who's B?
And B. Gee.
Who did I just mention today that should be getting traded?
Shit, I lost the blank.
Cooper Kupp.
A wide receiver.
Kirk Cousins, Cooper Kupp, Steelers are contenders and they're competing big time. And did I sell it? Mike Tomlin as the head coach. Did I say have patience? Did I say this offseason?
Yeah,
you guys might sign Kirk Cousins and trade for Cooper Kupp.
But is Kirk Cousins going to be the same Kirk Cousins?
Come on now. Kirk Cousins is lining it up, dog, with that defense.
I don't know, man.
Kirk Cousins, Cooper Kupp, and George Pickens with Warren in the backfield and your defense? And Mike Tomlin as a head coach? They're not contending?
I mean, we could contend any year.
No, like contending to the like you're pretty much going damn near be right there to win the Super Bowl if you want.
We won't win primetime games.
All right. I'm just saying.
It's I'm telling you, Rich. I know you're trying to sell it.
You don't believe it.
I can't. And again, nobody knows your team like you do. Right?
Yeah.
So I know this fucking team, and it's not that quick of. I think we've been doing overnight fixes and Band-Aid fixes for so long to where there's more that needs to be fucking done. There's some serious consideration that I believe that the Steelers need to do some rebuilding. I read something the other day and it fucked me up a little bit.
What was that?
It said that the Steelers are wasting TJ Watt's fucking career.
That made you mad. Why does that make you mad?
Because in a sense, what are we giving him? Nothing. We can't win a fucking Super Bowl. We can't win a fucking playoff game. I feel like, what's that guy's name? We can't do diddly squat. Playoffs. Playoffs.
Okay. So
I got Jim Moore about
what was it about that was like, all right, let's rebuild. Like,
no, it's not even like
you're
let's
saying
rebuild.
the greatness of TJ Watt deserves a ring.
Yes,
And that's really hurting that your team can't provide that.
absolutely.
So you're
because that defense, we could sit here and say all we want. That defense is arguably, what do you want to put, like top 10?
Steelers
Yeah.
right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Arguably top 10, maybe higher, maybe I don't know, but arguably top 10. TJ Watt, week in, week out, arguably candidate for Defensive Player of the Year.
For sure.
Top 3?
Defensive player?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. He's going to be hella, what's that guy's name from the Dolphins?
What?
He's hella going to be Dan Marino. He's going to have all these fucking crazy stats and not one fucking ring to show for it.
Okay, that's what's bothering you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Same thing with Mika. Mika's dope as shit, dude. I'm a huge Mika Fitzpatrick fan since Bama. And if you don't believe me, my homeboy Don, shout out to my homeboy Don. I called him the day we got Mika Fitzpatrick, and I told him, I guarantee you Mika comes to the Steelers.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. That shit happened. Mika is a dope ass player. He's another guy. He's gonna eventually leave. He's voiced his frustration with what's going on with his team.
No, you know what's mind blowing to me is like I'm picking your brain right now and how you see the players and Hall of Famers and they deserve more recognition.
Okay.
That's a pretty spoiled fan base.
That's not spoiled.
That's spoiled. You know
Really?
why I'm saying that? Because
Why?
there's ton of teams with ton of talent that never get recognized. And it's like, what? These dudes deserve way more credit than those dudes. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
just as far as other
I'm
fan bases
I'm getting
like
it.
Bear fans and, you know, no diss to these fan bases.
Lance
but,
Bragg should have got one.
you know.
Urlacher.
Yeah. Urlacher's fuck. He hella deserved one.
Peanut.
You know, and
Peanut
it's like,
Tillman.
shit. You see?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's part of being spoiled, but at the same time, too, it's like a standard, bro. It's like just because,
yeah,
like,
spoil's not the right word. It's more of, the team being
the
standard.
standard is the standard.
Hell yeah.
So, like, I mean, I'm still kind of like in that zone of where I believe it might be maybe time to look. Take a look, see what's out there.
Okay. And all right, since you see it that way, I don't. I think you guys should keep with Tomlin, but let's say it does happen.
Okay. Again, it's gonna be like one of those bittersweet ass moments. It's gonna be like, fuck, we let go of Tomlin.
And not just that, but like, who you gonna replace him with? Like, who do you really believe that can just change the Steelers?
Off the top of my head right now, Eric Bellamy.
Think so?
Fuck. The offense is missing.
Okay.
The defense is there. A lot of those guys are locked in. The defense is there. Keep that same defensive pressure going. Let Eric Bellamy handle the offense.
Oh, that'd be a nice coach. That could be that's a good one. Because he could
And then we'll get Kirk Cousins and fucking Cooper Kupp, and then we'll be contenders.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we just.
There you go, my son.
Good shit, my friend.
There.
Bellamy, Cooper Kupp, Cousins. The Steelers are back.
Bellamy too. Fuck it.
Yeah?
It doesn't sound bad.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It could work.
And I can see him being a coach for, 10, 15 years and staying there. And he's up for a head coaching job.
There you go.
Okay. That's
It could work.
It could work.
It's a possibility. But, I mean, you don't know until it happens, right?
Definitely. And it would kind of suck to see Tomlin go, though.
That's the part. That fucking part.
Sheesh. Well, shit. I think that sums up this
Hell yeah.
this debate discussion.
Let us know what you think. Do you think it's time for Tomlin to leave? Do you think he should still stay? Maybe figure out what the Steelers can do to fix it. Like a comment, share, subscribe.
And Juan, what do we always say?
If you're a king,
You belong at the table.
See you guys.